Dave's been a leader for us for a long time. What's your experience with Dave?
Who's Dave?
Dave, I remember in 1979, I was a young guy starting to farm. You showed up to recruit me to be a volunteer with Youth for Christ. Linda, during those early days, you invited me into your home, you gave me supper, you let me hang out with your kids and teach them naughty tricks. Fantastic memories. I cherish those memories so much.
In those same years, I was a young single volunteer with Youth for Christ. I was new in my faith, and you recruited some of the greatest volunteers, and we had so much fun. I learned so much from you. I grew so much because of you, and I just thank you so much for that. Linda, I'm so thankful for the wisdom that you have, and that I was able to learn so much through Mom's Morning Out. When our girls were young, one evening after we'd moved to Cedar Falls, that you came over and watched our girls while we went out, and we came home, and you had paid Pat back for all those tricks that he taught your kids. So yay, Linda.
So the first time I heard Dave talk, I was a sophomore in high school, and he talked about sex. It's gotten a lot more comfortable to listen to him from there.
Linda, thank you for your incredible, gentle, quiet, kind spirit that has so encouraged me as a woman and as a mother, and it is going to help leave a legacy in my own family, as you have just shown me a heart that loves God. Dave, thank you for your leadership, and my husband and I and my family have just really been able to walk behind you, feeling seen and cared for, and just shown a way to love others well.
Dave has been a cheerleader for me in ministry and helping me see next steps that God is calling me to. And so I just appreciate the years of him cheering me on.
And I remember that feeling of him like seeing me, pointing me out, and affirming something. And I'm like, he's done that for several people, and he's done that for me still in a different capacity. And it's cool to know that like he really has a heart for the people that he's around.
I think you've created a culture where people can try and fail and learn and grow, and I think that's grown out of who you are. And so thanks for your amazing influence and for your work here.
Linda, you have known and loved my kids, and that is a gift that I didn't even know that I needed, but that you knew their quirks and you knew who they were and you celebrated them and were interested in their lives has been just such an amazing thing for me as a mom. Also, I learned from you that kind of it was going to be okay, that my kids could handle a hard year at school, that we could go through some hard things as a family, but when we worked through them together, that we could come out stronger.
Hi, Dave and Linda. What an amazing partnership you guys have had, and what an incredible impact you've had on Orchard Hill. I have so many memories over the last 34 years that I've been at Orchard. My first one is sitting in Dave and Linda's house as we were volunteering to be high school partners, and Kara and I had no idea what we're doing. We learned from Dave that the most important thing that we could do was to actually like the kids, which seemed like a kind of a revolutionary thing. And then I remember Dave inviting me to start teaching and to teach in a Sunday school class. And it was such a great time of me to learn how to become a teacher. I remember serving on the leadership board at Orchard for many, many years, and during some really tough times. Well, what I learned from that, when I watched Dave as he navigated hard situations, was how open and transparent he was, how full of integrity he was.
He taught me how to submit. He taught me how to surrender. In fact, he taught me that with hand motions and surrendering every day the stuff that I took back after I already submitted it. These two have served with humility, and they serve all kinds of people, just like Jesus.
We worked with Dave with Varsity Life for a number of years, and one of the things that really left an impression with me was one ski trip when we were out in Colorado at about 4 o'clock in the morning. I realized there was someone up moving, and I didn't know if we were being burglarized or what. I soon found out that it was Dave, and he was carrying a Bible and a flashlight, and went into a closet to have his devotions in his quiet time. And that just really impressed me with where his power came from. And he's been a great influence on us and our family, our boys.
We also were in a lug with them, and there was one funny story about Dave, and many people have heard it, I'm sure, but he went to McDonald's. He was on his way to church to work and went to McDonald's to buy a coffee and went through the window where you pay for your coffee and went on, and didn't realize until he got to church that he hadn't picked up his coffee.
Dave, you've been my coach and my supervisor, my mentor over these 20 plus years. You've helped me to learn how to relax and to be able to see the unstructured side of life for a structured person. You've reminded me of many times of why I and why we are doing what we're doing.
Dave, I just love your teachings. I think they're authentic, I think they're funny, and I think they're truly filled with the Holy Spirit, and I love that. And Linda, what I appreciate about you is that you are very kind, you're very loyal, you're very compassionate to all people. And I just feel like anyone could come to your home, they could pour out their heart, and you would listen with great wisdom and not always have a solution, but just be a great listener.
So,
happy retirement.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for everything.
I've seen firsthand how sacrificially they have given of their time, their love, their energy. I just think it's amazing how much they give back and have over the years, and how many people both my mom and my dad have impacted, both in this congregation, throughout the Cedar Valley, and in churches all over the United States. And so I just want to say I'm in awe of what God has done through both of you. And I am just excited to do what I can to further that in my life.
What I like about Dave is because he knows a lot about Jesus. He's very good at talking, and he's also a little funny at sometimes.
He is funny at sometimes, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Dave and Linda, how could I even list the ways that you have blessed my life and my family? From Linda giving us hugs every time we see her, to the counseling sessions that Dave would provide over pancakes at Village Inn all throughout my years since high school, really. And the lug group that Linda led in your home in 1986 when we moved to Cedar Falls, and how formative that was for me as a person to understand Christian community and honesty and what loving people really looked like. And you really have shaped so much of my life, and I can't thank you enough.
In Mom's Morning Out, I found community. It sounds dumb to say, but we sat at Linda's feet and we learned from somebody who was honest and humble and shared real stories from being a mom. And she didn't try and sugarcoat things. She just said it and was very real and encouraged us to think about our long-term 100-year vision of what our family would look like. And because of Mom's Morning Out and because of Linda Bartlett, our family is so different and so changed by her investment in us.
It has completely changed my perspective. Just the way that Linda reset my heart every Wednesday. And all that decade of coming with Linda speaking every Wednesday just really gave me a new sense of pride as a mom, a new sense of just loving doing what I got the blessing to do.
Dave, thank you so much for being a life and a ministry work coach and mentor for me over the past 20 plus years. I'm forever grateful for your time, investment, and even risk in reaching out and challenging me, developing me, pushing me, and encouraging me as a leader, as a follower of Jesus, as a husband, and a father.
Congratulations, Dave and Linda, as you enter this new phase of life. We call it staying at home together at nights. And that'll be a new experience, I know, for you all, and you're really going to enjoy that. And Dave, I want to thank you for your leadership and friendship for all the years that we spent together on the leadership board. and for attendance at Willow Creek conferences, and for the time that Judy and I have spent with you and Linda for our nearly 30 years in our small group. They've been special times, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you, Dave, especially for the leadership and the coaching you gave as I served with you on the Orchard Hill staff. Thanks, Linda, for showing us how to care so beautifully for your family in so many ways. And we're grateful to you for trusting in Jesus no matter what. In the good times and the hard times, your faith has always remained strong.
You taught us how to make pizzas for Jesus. We never forgot that funny illustration, but the power that that illustration had on our lives. We still quote it today, and it reminds us all the time that whatever we're doing, we can do for God. We can do it with joy. We can give it to God. And so we thank you for that. And we saw a million evidences of you and Linda making pizzas for Jesus.
And also, just thank you so much to both of you for just instructing us, teaching us on how to maintain relationships with like kids, teenagers through hard times, and just leading us down that way, and just how important that was.
I just remember you guys telling us that it's not a one and done deal, and that especially during times of crisis or heartache, that surrender might look like opening your hands every half an hour. And we watched you do that during the very hardest time of your lives, and we've seen you do it today too, as you continue to walk in that path of missing your Ben and Charlie and Bailey. So we thank you for the visual of helping us know what it's like to surrender our lives to God.
Two main memories to share. One is our time and breakfast that we've been doing now for, I don't know, about 15 to 20 years. At this point, it's two old men getting together and just smiling and laughing about how God uses us, even though He's had to teach us the same things over and over and over again. The second picture I have is walking through the tall sorghum field in Mozambique. We were on our way to one of the children that Barb and I sponsor. We looked at each other and we go, I can't believe we get to do this. Then we went and had our team time, played a game, and for the life of you, you could not remember one word that rhymed with ditch. We laughed and laughed our belly laugh and got sore sides. That was just a very memorable time for me.
When you join the Bartlett family, you're in the midst of a bunch of loving, kind of crazy, very accepting people, and that's the normal part, but then it's abnormal to feel such love and inclusion, and that makes it abnormal. And they've had that same kind of impact on the Cedar Valley and beyond.
Dave, I want to say thank you for the countless hours of work, of ministry, of life, of just being authentically you that you've put into our church body. I can't thank you enough for all of the things that I've learned, the Davisms, as we say. We are so thankful for all of those things that you've taught us.
Hi, Dave and Linda. You're probably loving all this, being the center of attention and all the praise that's being heaped on you right now. So I think back at that small group that I was in when I was in high school that you led when you just had first came to Orchard Hill, and how you and Linda welcomed us all in, made us feel at ease. You guys listened to us. You cared for us. You taught us. The way you led that group and you pointed us to Jesus, that was just so important for my faith walk as I was trying to figure out life. My relationship with you, Dave, over the last 30 years has been so important for who I am and how I've led my family and led in different places and at work and what have you. And I just appreciate our friendship so much.
Words that come to mind when I think of Linda are she is so giving and kind, and I've just been super blessed to have her pour into me over the years.
Hi, Dave Bartlett. I don't even know how to put into words how to thank you for basically releasing me into the greatest joy of my life, which is being able to teach people about Jesus from the Bible at Orchard Hill Church. How do you thank a person for giving you yourself? I mean, you took a chance on me, and you believed in me, and you believed in just the wildness of Jesus, and I've always loved that about you.
Linda has helped me to lay a better foundation for my life, my marriage, and my family by helping me to incorporate God more into them. And I am so grateful for that because I need that now more than I ever did before. So thank you, Linda.
Linda, I want to thank you for all of the advice you've given about all of this. One of the things I appreciate the most is that a lot of people who don't have young kids say just appreciate every single day, every single moment. And you never said that. You said appreciate as much as you can. Love what you can. There's going to be hard days and hard moments, but it's worth it. And that's what I appreciated so much about you, is that you had a very honest yet optimistic outlook on motherhood.
Dave, a special thank you to you for all of the ways that you imparted wisdom on me when I started here. Working for 2 churches with a family was quite a thing to navigate. But you helped me a ton in that, and every time you led a student ministry meeting or a staff meeting, something you said I took with me, and for that I'm deeply thankful and appreciative.
Dave, you can synergize ideas and teams. You can synthesize content and information like nobody else I know, and you have led in so many arenas so well with such integrity over so many years, and my life is better for it. My faith is better for it.
40 years of ministry that I wouldn't trade for anything.
Keep the faith, brother.
Your partnership has borne so much fruit, and I pray now for you that you can enjoy some of the harvest. Thanks, you guys. It's been amazing.
We love you guys. We wish you well on this next part of your journey.
Congratulations.
So we thank you so much, and we ask God to just bless this next chapter in your lives and bring you so much love and joy and happy memory making. We love you so much.